Well, hey family, this is Darlene. Want to thank you for stopping by the Jury by BDK YouTube channel. I know you didn't come here for a sermon. So here's the video. And guess what? We'll talk. Well, hey family, happy Thursday. This is Darlene stopping by real quick. I'm sitting here working on men's bracelets. So what I did, because the smaller beads, they take a little bit longer to be beading, as you guys know. So what I did is just went ahead and put a couple of the bracelets together, 3 to be exact. 3 of the men bracelets I put together already. And let me find the centers. So this is 3 of the men bracelets. So I am working on the 4th bracelet. So I figured I would turn the camera on for the 4th bracelet. And then it would make for like a really long video, right? So it should be, nice and short. So this is 3 of them, and we're going to go ahead and make the 4th one. And for the 4th one, I'm going to use this cowrie shell. And I'm thinking that'll go really well for the man stack. So with the cowrie, what I'm doing is I cut 2 pieces of the stretch cord. And I took the stretch cord through the cowrie bead on each side. And it gives it to me like this. So now what I'm going to do is start to bead. And I want to make sure that my cords stay even on the end right here. So that's one side. And then let's do the other side, because you see how the cords are uneven. I need them to stay even. And that makes for better beading. So then we'll do that. And then this side, I'm going to just grab it in my hand and hold it while I bead this side. And I'm going to start with probably a brown bead, one of these brown beads, and what I did is pretty much doubling that 1 millimeter cord. So instead of it being 1 millimeter, it's basically 2 millimeters because I had to double it. So I'm going to bead this bead, get this through. If it don't get through, I got to open up the hole a little bit more using my little pliers. So we'll open that hole a little more. And now we should be able to get the cord in. And I still want to make sure that it stays together the same length. So then we'll go put the brown bead on. And then we got that through. And then what happens when we put the bead on, you can see how it'll pull close to the cowrie shell. And then I'm going to do the other side because I just want to make sure I'm beading them to look the same. Because it's easy to get off track and you be beading one side and before you know it. And I hate when I got to be putting the holes in these things. It's like, just make sure it's a whole hole so it does not slow me down. So, okay, and that's this side. Cord is even. We're going to go ahead and put it in here. And then we pull that together, and then that's what happens with this. So once we do that, now what we're going to do is just go ahead and start beading with some different beads. And it is Thursday, so I am looking forward to the weekend. I got a whole lot of stuff planned for the weekend. Hanging out with family and some friends and stuff. And then before I even get there, I got a whole lot of errands and stuff to do before my day even gets started with the socializing. So we're going to use a blue one. And then we have another blue one right here we can use. Put that on there. And then you can see how nicely those colors are coming together. And then what I want to do is I'm going to put a Buddha head on here. Make sure that hole is like it should be. And I think both of these should fit. Okay, so that's that. And then we need one more, so we're going to put one on this side, making sure we got a open hole. Because even on these beads, it's like a little something being the inside of them. It almost looks like a straw or some type of paper. Let me see, is this one of them? It's like straw. You can see kind of something in there, like right there. And when I push it out, it looks like it's straw or something. You see that? So a lot of times these Buddha beads will come with that. And I don't know if it's something that they put inside of it. It almost looks like a little piece of straw that they put inside to keep the hole, or what that is. But this one has it too. So you can see, well, you can basically see that on the edge right there. So it's like a piece of, I wonder what that is and what they have to do. See that when it came out? Like what that is. But anyway. Okay, so now let's see if we can find a black bead that has a big enough hole. Like maybe this one. And we can get that through. And this is a 4-piece set. And we're making it a 4-piece set because we're using Buddha heads and a couple, on a couple of these bracelets. So that's what that looks like so far. And I like the way it looks. It's still masculine. And I think what happens is when you start using a lot of color is where it, it kind of goes in a different direction and it doesn't look as masculine. So I think I said that in the other video. I'm trying to get into the habit of training my creative mind to think darker colors, to think masculine in the sense of creating. And then that's the whole thing, just trying to keep it along that vein. Because darker colors are basically for masculinity. And then the brighter the brighter colors seem to be more, like for feminine. And then a lot of these that I'm making are they're pretty unisex, but I'm not putting them as a unisex. When I'm posting them on the different platforms, I'm literally identifying them as men's, right? As men's pieces. And if a woman happens, to want to buy them, she is welcome to buy them. Oh, you know what I did do? So now I can't, I was going to use the lava beads to close it off, but I can't because the hole on the lava bead is very small. So that means that I have to just keep using all these beads right here that have a bigger hole. So I think that's what we'll just do. Just go ahead and start putting kind of random. We just kind of put kind of random beads on here, different colors. So that's one. And then I don't think I want to put the bright one. So when you put the bright on there, you see, I don't like that. It's like it's going to start taking away from what I'm trying to do. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and grab some of these little brown beads, little spacer wood beads, and just kind of stay with these dark colors. Every once in a while I could mix in a brighter color, but that has to, I have to start that color scheme off like that to where that color will match good. So that's like this one, that color will match well. And then I think I got another one right here. Okay, and that's that. And then so far, that's what that looks like. And it should match this set really good. And then we got a lot of small little spacer beads right here. Match these colors in here. And because they are smaller beads, it only means you have to use more of them because they're smaller beads. 6 millimeters, not 6, but 8 millimeters. And then we will do, this is a dark brown, I think. Gotta open up the hole even more. So this batch of beads that I bought, I'm probably not gonna buy from this vendor again, because it's like every other bead, I gotta open the hole all the way, and I don't like that. So that's what happened when you start jumping around to the different vendors. I don't know why. Oh, I think what happened is they might have been a little bit less expensive, maybe like $1 or $2 less expensive than the vendor that I normally buy from. But then you see why. Because almost every bead, I got to open the hole all the way up. And I shouldn't have to do that. What's this one? Let's put this one on here. This should match good. That one matches. And then this one should match. Yep, that one matches too. So this is what we got basically, which end up being like man colors. And then I'll dig out some more. See if we got some more brown ones in here. Almost every one. Look at that. I gotta open the hole. I wonder how they actually get the holes in here. Like when they paint them, and how do they get the holes in them? Is it like some machine that they use to drill a hole in it, or like do a bunch of bead drilling holes at one time, or what? Because messing with these little beads on any capacity is tedious. Because I had painted some 8 millimeters, and I was like, what am I doing? Just what am I doing? Because this is just too much work with them painting the 8 millimeters. But this is what that looks like. So we're going to go ahead and put a couple more. Okay, so I'm going to do this one. I have to take a phone call. So we're just going to add one more onto here. We're just going to go ahead and make this a 6-piece set. And I'm liking the colors and all that good stuff for men bracelets. So with the cowrie, I just went ahead and made this one put a plain cowrie. And then I put this one on here. I think I should have added another one, but this is what it is. And then we got the little Buddha heads up in here. So then we're going to make one last one. And we're just going to make it a nice, simple, easy little bracelet. And go ahead and throw some of these smaller 8 millimeter beads on here. I think I need to order some of these other ones again, some of these different color beads. In fact, I know I do. We'll put a brown one. Let's put a green one on here too, because those colors are going good. And then we'll put a brown and a green one on the other side. And then we're going to finish it off with some lava beads. And then a green. And see how all the holes, definitely not ordering from them again. And see, that's how businesses lose money, because, when you're making stuff, you need the beads to be convenient. You need them to be easy. You need them to be easy to be able to bead, not having to fight with them and put holes in them and doing all that kind of stuff, because usually you're on a time situation where you might be trying to make inventory to go to an event or like to put on websites or, like just anything. And that cuts into your speed when you got to start putting holes in, when you got to start putting holes in beads and things. And I just don't like doing that. I like to grab the bead and go ahead and beat it and keep it moving. These lava beads got a teeny hole too. Are there different grades in the lava beads, or is a black lava bead just a black lava bead? And then are there imitation lava beads? Two, 4, 5. And then we got 6. And then we will put maybe 6 on the other side. We might have to take a couple of them off. And that's the thing about a lava beads. It's like everything looks like a hole. Everywhere you look on the bead looks like a hole. Okay, so, and for this one, I'm using the 1 millimeter cord. So with this one, I'm going to put, we'll do the blue bead as the closure bead. We'll go ahead and use this one. Oops, to go ahead and close it off. Because I did use the blue beads up here, so it's okay, I can use this one. Okay, 1, 2, and then I'll just do 1, because remember, it's a hole, but it's not a long hole. It might be a wide hole like that, but it's not a long hole to where I could make that knot a long knot. I got to make it just long enough to hide in there like that. And then if I'm not careful, it'll come out on the other side. So this is what this bracelet looks like. So we have, let's get these out the way. So these are our men bracelets. Let's see, get the centers. And I figured we would just go ahead and do 6 of them, which makes sense. And then we have 1. I think I'm going to make more with the cowrie shells like this because I like that look. And then this is the 6th one. So we have 6 of them, and then you can tell the colors are very masculine colors. And if this was a set, this is probably going to be a case of 6. I'm planning to make quite a few. I'm getting ready to order some more color beads and use a lot of, I keep saying that, I'm going to use up all these lava beads. I'm going to do that, but I have to find beads to match with them. Before I go buy any beads, I want to use the beads that I have because I have a lot of beads around here. And I know that I got beads where I could mix the colors like what I'm doing right here to make men bracelets. So this is what we got. I am going to make more with the cowrie shells too. So look forward to that video. And guess what? We'll talk.